Hi Pisces, it's Nick. This is your May mid-month reading of 2020. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, but you can also check out your other signs as well. And I know I say May mid-month, but it can carry on into June, July. Whenever you watch this, it's probably when you're meant to watch it, okay? And I will have the link to the extended reading below in the description box. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's at Nicloves with 2 eyes. Alright, so I'm going to get a general oracle message for you first, and then a love message and overall emotion for you, overall emotion for the other person that you're dealing with or will be dealing with. Alright, so let's see. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. What is going on with all my Pisces? May mid-month 2020. Send them all healing, love, happiness, abundance. Open your heart. Card number 15, if you could add 1 plus 5, is 6. Open your heart, Pisces. This is going to be a time to expand, embrace new, transform old hurt, pain, anger, resentment, baggage. Transform it into something beautiful. Let it turn into a butterfly. Anything that you have from the past, don't leave it any room for it to hurt you anymore. Just let it evolve, let it transform so you can open your heart to receive new love, new energies into your life. Okay, let's see, because I know how hard it is for us, because I'm a Pisces too, to let go of the past. Sometimes all we do is think about the past. And I'm not saying everybody, but generally it can be difficult for us to let go and get over things because we give so much of ourselves. We put our whole heart into relationships and into people that we let come into our lives. All right, let's see. Pisces, Pisces, what is our love message? Okay, so we have addiction, and addiction is affecting this relationship. So it could be you, it could be them, maybe both, but there is some kind of addiction. And when I say addiction, it doesn't have to be drugs, alcohol, gambling, stuff like that, although it can be. It could be anything else. It could be addiction to, I don't know, feeling sorry for yourself, victim mentality, addiction to, I don't know, being too clingy, you know, it could be any kind of addictive behavior. Let's see, what is your overall emotion for Pisces? Okay, this other person. Okay, so you guys got unfulfilled, dissatisfied, and complete purposeless. So what is this hole you feel inside there? Why do you feel that way? Is it because you feel that someone else has to come and fill it up for you instead of you being the creator of your own happiness? Maybe that's why you're feeling bored. Maybe that's why you're feeling so disillusioned, because you put everyone in your life above yourself, and you think that they're gonna fix all your problems, or that by having this relationship or having this person that they are, you're putting them as like your medicine. You're putting them on a pedestal, and that leaves for a big risk for them to disappoint you. You know, when you have so much high expectations in people, it's bound to disappoint you at some point or another. So if you're feeling this emptiness inside of you, take some time to figure out what you really like, what makes you happy, and do those things. Try to occupy your time with, you know, people, friends, family, or activities that kind of make you smile, that get you in your creativity, that get you excited. But don't put all your eggs into one basket and put this person, you know, as someone who's the only person who can make you happy. You have to have, like, just like people say you have to have multiple streams of income, you should have multiple streams of happiness. Whereas, like, if one is taken away, you're not left with one, you know, with nothing. You still have a bunch of others. You know what I mean? And with this other person, they're feeling panicky, kind of anxious. Maybe they've been overly emotional, or the emotions now are a little bit too high and they're trying to gasp for air. So I wonder why they're feeling this way. Let's see. What is going on with all my Pisces? May mid-month 2020. Give us clarity, insight, clear message, please. For Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Why are they unfulfilled? What is going on here? Okay, now this other person, why are they feeling anxious or panicky? Okay, so on your end here, we have the Three of Cups, Page of Swords, and the Emperor. And then on this side for this person, we have the Six of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and Starseed. Okay, so you could be dealing with another water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, maybe also an Aries, Scorpio, or Gemini, but could be any sign, you guys, like I always say. All right, so what's going on here, Pisces? So I feel like you want to celebrate, or maybe you've been wanting to see your friends, or you've been wanting to go out, or there were plans that you already had that were supposed to happen at this time or are supposed to be happening, but for whatever reason, maybe it hasn't been able to go through. Maybe you had vacation plans, or you were gonna go, you know, spring break or do something, and now you're kind of upset because of everything that happened. You weren't able to do it, you had to postpone it and all this stuff. Or maybe you're just planning to see people, but I also feel here that you have so much to celebrate about. You have a lot of people who love and care about you. And even if you feel like you don't, your angels, your guides, the universe, so many people you haven't met yet that are gonna love and adore you. But you have a lot of things to celebrate. You have a lot of things to be happy about. But 3 is all about developing, progressing. You have to keep this momentum going. You have to create this happiness within yourself first. You can't base it off someone else or be depending so much of your happiness on others, because eventually they're probably going to disappoint you. Not all the time, but most likely they will disappoint you. So you got to be your own source, you know, your own supply of that happiness. And I feel like for some of you, maybe you've been seeing other people, maybe you've been comparing yourself, you know, and I know it's normal with like social media, maybe comparing yourself to your friends or family, other people, like, oh wow, like they're married, or they have this relationship, or they have this, and like they're so lucky, I wish I had that. Comparing yourself, you know. And I think when you do that, and of course it's normal, I feel like all of us, I do that sometimes, and I have to catch myself, be like, you know what, no, don't compare yourself, you know. So it's normal. But I feel like when you do this, you kind of hurt your own feelings, because you're comparing your life with someone else's life, but their life is not supposed to, your life is not supposed to look anything like theirs. They have their own journey, their own path. Yours is separate. Yours is totally different, you know. But sometimes we think that they're other people's life or society, that's what we're supposed to do, but that's not the case. You have your own path, your own journey to go to, and your own path to create for yourself. But I think sometimes when you're lurking or looking at other people, maybe looking at your ex's pages or Instagram, Facebooks or something, and you start seeing things, you're like, oh, like, you know, it hurts your feelings, but you're still looking, you're still scrolling, you're looking at their new guy, their new girl, you're just like, oh my gosh, comparing yourself, and that's not healthy. So please, please, please don't do that. I'm not saying you do, but I'm just making an example out there. Just try not to do that, because you're just gonna hurt your own feelings. But I feel like you're trying to get more information. You are going to be wanting to kind of do a little bit more searching. You're going to be more curious than lately during this time, especially as we're creeping into Gemini season. You're going to be a little more curious than usual and be like wanting to kind of look up things and see old people that maybe you haven't talked to in a while. But just be careful when you do that. Okay, like be careful knowing that there is a chance you may see something may not really make you happy. So take precaution. But I feel like by the end, you're going to take charge and realize that you are powerful. You are more powerful than you give yourself credit to be. This is Aries energy. Some of you could have Aries somewhere in your chart. Maybe rising, moon, Venus. Like myself, I have a Aries, Venus. Or maybe you're a cusp. I'm also a cusp too. But I feel like this is you getting firm in your beliefs and your desires, your passions, your foundations, and realizing that you are the creator of your life. You are a leader. I'm the master of my fate. I'm the captain of my soul, you know, and really channeling into that and realizing that you have the power to create whatever you want. You are the leader. okay? And some of you are going to be looking up to a father figure or a grandfather, or maybe a male figure in your life that's really influential to you, and this person may be giving you good advice or kind of like knocking you in your head, like reminding you who you are and who you're always meant to be. And sometimes we need those reminders, you know. We're not always going to be feeling high, we're not always feeling so good about ourselves and always so confident. Sometimes we feel low, you know, and we need, it's in those times when we need those people to kind of remind us of who we are sometimes. You know, it happens to the best of us. Even the smartest, most perfect person you see out there has their moments, so don't feel like you're alone. Even all these people maybe you see on social media, or famous celebrities, singer, actors, models, they all have their moments, you know. Not everything you see is always what it is. We all are humans, we're not machines, we're not perfect beings. So don't ever compare yourself too much to others, because you don't know what they've had to do, you don't know what sacrifices or things that they've had to go through to get to that point. So I feel like by the end of the month, you're going to be getting your strength, feeling more powerful, feeling more confident in yourself, okay? So don't worry if you're not feeling like that right now. It's going to pass. And I see here that someone's going to be returning back into your life. This is an ex, or maybe someone you've known in a past life. This could be, you know, like it's just someone who's familiar to you, or you guys just get along, or you've kind of known them before. Someone you used to have a thing with, but it looks like they're missing you. They're thinking about you. You may be receiving dreams or seeing synchronicities about them, but this person has been thinking a lot about you. It's like, woohoo, you know, Venus and Gemini retrograde, so it makes sense. But I feel like they're almost trying to connect with you telepathically. So you may kind of like, maybe you know when you're typing on your phone and auto corrects something, you're like, whoa, like why did it correct it to that, like all of a sudden, and it never did that before. Like instead of writing, let's say jelly, instead of it putting jelly, it auto corrects it to, and you're writing out like a grocery list, and instead of it just putting it as jelly or like jam, it says Josh, and you're like, what? Why does it say his name? You know, and it never did that before. Like I could literally see something like that happening, and it's happened to me a lot of times before. I was like, what? Not with that name, but you know, I'm just putting an example. And I feel like this person misses you. They've been thinking about you. They still have a connection. They still feel attached to you. And I feel like they want a new beginning. They want a new start, because guess what? They miss you, and their love has never died. Their love is still there for you. There's no love like a Pisces love, and I think they know that. They realize that you left an imprint in their heart, and they've had a hard time. They haven't let go. Even if you think they have let go, they haven't let go. It's still stuck with them, and they want a new chance. They want a new beginning. It seems like they want to start this again and kind of clean the water, like filter through the dirty water and just put in like a different filter and have this new stream of flow come through again. And they want to take a risk. So it looks like this person is being reborn, renewed. Maybe they're spiritually growing, evolving. They are taking a chance. I feel like they've changed. They may have changed, and they want to take this leap of faith. They want to start again. Starseed is kind of like a pure soul. We're being reborn. So maybe this person has been going through a lot of emotions, and they've been thinking of the past and realized of all the things that they've felt and how pure and emotional and deep it was, and now wanting to get out of it, of the mess that they made, and make things better again. So it gives them anxiety, but at the same time, I think they know that this is what they had to do. They had to go through this in order to kind of learn and be reborn again themselves. So I kind of feel like maybe they were the one that was going through addictions, and so at the time they weren't able to give you maybe what they wanted or what you wanted or what you guys had in mind for each other. All right, so we're going to be diving in deeper in the extended to get more information and detail about this person, see where their energy is at, what are they thinking, what are they feeling in their heart and soul, what they want you to know, and what their next action move will be towards you. And then we'll follow up by your advice at the end. Okay, so I would love for you guys to join me on there. The link will be below. Leave me a comment. Let me know if this resonated or what your situation is. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you did enjoy, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell so you never miss a reading. I would love you and appreciate you forever. It helps keep my channel up and running. All right, so I'll see you guys in the extended. If not, I'll see you for our next reading. All right, take care, and I love you all so much. Bye.